What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical average American here today to react and enjoy MPs behaving badly yet again. I gotta say, there is nothing out there quite like the UK House of Commons. It is in the best way possible. It's set up, the actual room is like set up so everyone's kind of squashed together and close together, and obviously everyone feels pretty free to speak their mind, because there's like a lot of compilations out there of MPs saying some pretty wild stuff, some funny stuff. Sometimes it's actually kind of serious. The speaker gets involved. These are, man, especially compared to like American politics and debates and stuff, very boring. And it's just like, when I discovered these MP behaving badly videos, I was like, really? This is like gold. This is like entertaining, but also like serious. So anyway, this I'm so happy this exists. So let's take a look. MPs behaving badly, part 3.
Order! Do not shout when I'm speaking from the chair.
Order! Order! Just grab that, man, will you, for crying out loud? Say that's not clever. No, I'm sorry, that is not acceptable. I'm putting the vote in.
Huh? Just grab
vote
what?
in. I don't expect the minister to walk through.
Just grab what? Is it his accent? Am I having trouble? Just grab that guy?
Just grab that, man, will you, for crying out loud?
Just grab that man? Oh, okay. Just grab him.
I don't expect the minister to walk through, especially when the whips tell him. Mr. Lancaster, you're better than that normally.
They are measured,
Order!
by the
Order!
Nothing.
It is amazing to me how shouting order, it like transcends time and space. It's clearly been a very popular declaration in the House of Commons for a very long time. I love it, the order.
As one tonight. In what do I take comfort? Well, Roger Federer put on a majestic masterclass in Miami last night, so I'm happy about that. And of course I'm happy that although nothing won tonight, and here in this chamber, and
I know this speaker is particularly famous. I've seen him quite a bit. Like, he's willing to bring up Roger Federer and like during like some kind of parliament proceedings. It's actually kind of funny.
At the Emirates, Arsenal did win 2-0.
European Commission.
What was that? Wait, what was that? What was that noise? What was that noise?
Arsenal did win 2-0.
European Commission.
Is that a from what I've seen in some of these, I wouldn't put it past some of the people to be making those strange, sickly, dying sounds on purpose. Like, you're just, as some kind of tactic. Your opponent's just giving a great speech, and you're like,
The British...
There they go again.
The British people knew what they were voting on.
But I am... Oh, the millionaire says I'm boring you. Prepare to be bored.
I love how these MPs are willing to like be cheeky and like make jokes as well. Like, oh, prepared to be bored then. Like,
This kind of language is not helping this debate in any way. Mr. Dennis McShane. Deputy Speaker, if I am insulted and catcalled from sedentary positions, they will get as good as they give.
Switzerland is Britain's 7th biggest trading partner globally. The honourable gentleman should know that.
Yeah, I don't want to invest levity into these important proceedings, but equally one mustn't lose one's sense of humour. That 32 billion volume of trade with Switzerland is very important, but I always say the best thing about Switzerland is not its watches or its financial services or its chocolate. The best thing about Switzerland is Roger Federer. Greg Hand.
What? I didn't know he liked to bring up Roger Federer so much, and he's... I love how he's literally saying like, okay, hold on. I feel like it's important that I crack another joke again.
has quite clearly failed to recognise that I was in the chamber earlier today during this...
Order! 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 The honourable member must sit down if I rise to my feet. Order! He will not continue the debate from a sedentary position, otherwise he will get into real trouble. I was saying to the honourable member...
Oh, man. I would do whatever he says with that tone of voice. You know, I'm starting to see a very, very important part of being the speaker at the head in this giant chair is having a really, really good, like, order. Like, people gotta respect you when you say that.
What he was raising was a point of debate, which he will have other opportunities to correct if he wishes. It is not a point of order for the chair. I think we've heard quite sufficient on this tonight. There will be a debate tomorrow.
The chair will not become involved in an argument between one front bench and the other, one side of the House and the other. The Minister has order! Do not shout when I'm speaking.
There we go. I was waiting for it. I was like, come on. Say order. Come on.
From the chair. People may not walk in front of the person who's about to speak from the dispatch box.
Half of these are just the speaker basically acting like a kindergarten teacher trying to get all the MPs to like behave themselves and act cordially. And it's all over the place sometimes what they're saying, like stop walking in front of them, sit down when I stand up, stop talking when they're talking. It's like literally like a school teacher.
If he's really concerned about the reputation of this place, as he claims, he should think very carefully about the way he lumps things together. That's the only point I'm making. And if I can say to the Glasgow...
Order. I think the honourable gentleman knows my views about seated interventions. Mr. Walker.
Oh, like you can't like interrupt them when you're sitting down or something? You can't like heckle them like when you're sitting down part of the crowd kind of thing?
If the honourable gentleman wants to ever make any comments or observations about me, just try it.
Oh.
That's the advice I give him. Just try it.
Oh. Okay.
I make many overseas visits that I pay for. I've no qualms about that. None whatever. What's more important...
Oh, I thought, is he saying he's going to give this guy a visit? He's going to make a little special overseas visit to see this guy? That's how I interpreted it.
I take my family.
Clause 1 be read a second time as... Order! Sit! Jeremy. Just sit, Jeremy, a minute. The question is that new Clause 1...
I also love how just authentic and, like, casual... sometimes everyone is, like, not in a bad way. Like, I like it. Like, everyone's very authentic, candid in this room. Everyone's just like, yeah, everyone's disagreeing and yelling and stuff, but also they're making jokes and just being like, hey, what are you doing? Just sit down, hey. Like, everyone's almost friends sometimes. Sometimes they're enemies, but no matter what, everything always comes across as just humans being authentic. Whereas in a lot of times in American politics, a lot of politicians come across as so not genuine, like robotic, like just not genuine. And these are always so genuine. It's nice.
We read a second. That is absolute disgrace. Okay. Right, we'll try again and see if we can make progress. Somebody who's been in the House so long should know better. The question is the income tax motion. As many of that opinion say aye.
Well, what, was no one paying attention, or?
On the contrary, no. I think.
There we go.
I think the ayes have it. Yeah. The ayes have it.
The Right Honourable Gentleman is a very senior member of this House, and he is a former Chief Whip. He is not the Speaker of this House, and And it's not for the right or... And it...
I also like how sometimes when the speaker is like going off like on somebody or going on a big tangent, a lot of people are like calling out and shouting out like yeah or like boo, like some kind of like sports match or something. That's very entertaining to me as well.
It's not for the right honourable gentleman to presume the order in which matters are considered, and I trust that he won't suppose that it is for him to do so. Let me say very gently to the right honourable gentleman, I treat him with respect. I'm not intimidated by the right honourable gentleman, and I'm absolutely sure he wouldn't seek to intimidate me. I am taking a point of order from the right honourable lady, and frankly, that's the situation. Point of order, Anna Soubry.
This happens a lot, I feel like, where MPs kind of purposefully push the boundaries of the rules a bit to make a statement, because they know you can like kind of flirt with the rules and not get kicked out, basically. Like, so that's actually something that recurs a lot. Like, it's very interesting. It's almost like a lot of strategy going on in this room with like how much you can get away with.
Mr. Speaker, the country is watching this.
That is hilarious to think that the country is watching these things. Like, I'm sure there's a lot of time. This is a compilation of like MPs like crazy funny moments, but it is funny to think that people are watching these like as they happen, like sitting at home like, oh my gosh.
So I don't want this to be the debate that we are proposing to have and that the leader is advocating having tomorrow. Chris Bryan.
Mr. Speaker, if you just told me to shut up, I would have probably done so. You could have done it a bit more briefly, if I might say.
Order. Let me just say to the honourable gentleman.
And so many people here have such a good sense of humor.
Order! Let me just say to the honourable gentleman, although I'll always profit by his counsels, the honourable gentleman has already devoted some minutes to the substance of tomorrow, so it ill behoves him to lecture me on brevity. He's spoken for quite a long time, not on the sittings motion, but on the substance of tomorrow. Wrap it up, man!
What? See, no one even had a problem with that. That's like, to think of that happening in American politics in like the Senate or the House of Representatives, where to think that someone would be like, wrap it up, man, is, oh my gosh, that would never happen. It is so funny to me that's like, it's not that crazy to see here. Like, everyone's kind of just with it, kind of like accepting of a lot of like the casualness. Again, it's cool in a way.
I could say the same, Mr. Speaker.
Oh.
See, resume your seat. I say very gently to the honourable gentleman, let it go, make your point, which we always enjoy hearing, finish the speech and let others take part. I don't need any back chat from the honourable gentleman. Chris Bryan. For the result of the division, but I'm sure that in a cordial spirit, colleagues across the House will want to congratulate the honourable gentleman, the member for Strangford, on his birthday.
his birthday? Oh, they're singing. That's nice.
There is a deal on the table that will end the uncertainty and allow this country to move on. And our polling shows that that is exactly what the British people want. All he has to do is get behind it, vote for the Prime Minister's deal, and we can all move on.
I just very gently say to the Chancellor, to whom I've been listening with great care, it's quite...
This speaker in particular, I think he is responsible, single-handedly responsible, for the number of MP behaving badly videos that exist out there, because he alone is at the center of it. He loves to make big, funny sort of remarks and big, bombastic replies to everyone, and I'm glad he exists. I'm glad he exists.
Difficult
For the entertainment value, if nothing else.
to vote for something if there isn't a vote. So, I'm really trying to help the right honourable gentleman, but it's a point that's so blindingly obvious, I'm surprised that I have to state it. The honourable gentleman has got to learn the art of patience. And if he is patient, if he deploys Zen, he will find that it is ultimately to everybody's advantage. So we'll leave it there. And
I mean, he's outright trolling half the time. He's trolling. He's trolling them. He's like telling them they need to meditate and be zen, and like giving them personal advice during these like official government meetings. It's downright bizarre for me to watch in a way, but okay.
And we come now. Now, I'm not. Oh, very well. If the right honourable gentleman was able to find time to brief or to ensure that others briefed the newspapers on his behalf, and he managed to scuttle off to do a radio interview, and then to pop up on the Andrew Marr show yesterday to give viewers and the nation the benefit of his views, the right honourable gentleman should have been here. And if the...
I mean, yeah, this is a perfect example. He's like providing his own. I mean, it's borderline his own opinion, but he always he's like a master of phrasing it like kind of like it's objective or like impartial. If the right honourable gentleman had not been on the radio show giving his views to the people, he would have been here, like kind of stating it as fact in a way. It's very funny how he does it.
Secretary of State for the Home Department aspires to something a little more elevated than to be a jobbing functionary of the executive branch, and wants to be a serious and respected parliamentarian. He has to develop antennae and respect for the rights of the House of Commons. In the circumstances, and he's had notice that he should be here, it is both ill-judged and rude of the Secretary of State for the Home Department to send his admittedly brilliant junior minister into the chamber when he should be here.
I'm starting to understand why that guy before was like, Speaker, you could have just told me to shut up, and that would have worked, because, again, he's just trying to say, right honourable gentleman, you should have been here if you were serious. And he likes to go on long-winded, funny sort of speeches.
I'm sorry, I take no view on the policy because that's not for the Speaker to do.
Right.
But in procedural terms, it really is time that he upped his game.
Oh, man. Again, he's a master at it. A master of giving his opinion while not. By somehow... It is funny, I gotta admit. It's funny.
Be substantially the same, then to be consistent, sir, you would have to rule that out too.
Well, I'm always grateful to the right honourable gentleman. I've often reminded the House, and I say for the benefit of those attending to our proceedings, that I first came to know the right honourable gentleman in September 1983, when I unkindly and wrongly suggested that he was intellectually knee-high to a grasshopper.
What? What? How can you say that? How can you actually... He can basically get away with saying anything, like, as an anecdote. Like, yeah, back when I called him an idiot. Like, okay.
Come to new clause 44. No, the clerk wants me to insert something.
Is that one, sorry?
What? Okay. Okay.
Order! This is obviously a very, very interesting part of the bill.
What? Like I said, it's that British sense of humor.
Question is that Schedule 6 be the sixth.
Oh my god. Wow. What a way to end it. Oh my gosh. These never disappoint. These never disappoint. These are off the wall. Just... Oh, I really like these. This was by The Sun. And I give this a like. The MP's behaving badly. Mostly, oh, what's his name? John Burkow? Mostly John Burkow going on big rants against people. Oh, man. I love it, though. I love the House of Commons. Seriously. Like, it's genuine. You get these genuine moments, funny moments. Like, it's, I actually prefer this, like, from a government point of view. People speaking candidly and openly and authentically like this, which results in funny moments like this compilation. But to get a little more philosophical, a little more deep in all this, I like it, because it's like, this is how humans actually act. And it's really quite different in America. So I really like these. Anyway, if you enjoyed this as well, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to the UK culture, things about the UK I've never seen, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.